Alright guys, welcome back. So we're going to switch on over to number 13 now. Remember, we're going to be doing them side by side, so don't get confused if you see something like you don't know which way we're going. We're just going to do 13, 16, and 14, 17. So looking at number 13, it says, which statement is true regarding 2x plus 2 and the function with the table? And if you notice, all of our answers have something about the rate of change. There's rate of change, rate of change, rate of change, rate of change. So we need to find the rate of change. Now, rate of change is the same thing as slope. So, looking at this, I want to notice that's in slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. And I know m is going to be directly related with the slope. So, slope here, m is going to be equal to 2. To find the slope in a table, all we do is look at the change in x over the change in y. So, the change in x is plus 1. The change in y is plus 3. So, the change in y over the change in x, we know that's set up like so. And the change in y here is 3 over x is 1. So 3 divided by 1 will be giving me a slope of 3. So the question say the rate of change A is f of x greater than g of x. F of x is 2. G of x is 3. So f of x is not greater than g of x. So we can mark out A. B says the rate of change of g of x is greater than the rate of change of f of x. So is g of x greater than f of x? Yes, 3 is greater than 2, so the correct answer would be B. They're definitely not equal, right? So C doesn't work. And D says that one of them's nonlinear, but that's not true either. Both of these are like linear functions to me. Number 16 says which 2? Oh man, that's huge. You gotta pick 2 here. Which 2 represent our representations are functions? So looking at a graph, remember, we can always do the vertical line test. Does this ever touch on more than one spot? No. So if it never touches on more than one spot at a time, then that means that is a function. So yes, this is a function. So we can circle A. 1. The second one here, we've got x values. Now remember, x values cannot repeat. So if we look at each x value here, does any of them repeat? Well, sure. There's 1 and there's another 1. So since those repeat, that cannot be an answer. So we'll keep moving. Looking at the next one, we have 1, 2, 1. Uh-oh, that looks like 2 1s that are repeating, so 3 doesn't work. And then this is just a graph of a line. As long as a line isn't, as long as a line isn't x equals a number, like x equals 3, then it means it's a function. So this is actually a function because it's a line that's not x equals a number. So that would be the fourth one. So there we should have chose A and D. Alright, moving on, let's look at number 14 and number 17. Those look like 2 interesting questions to me. So number 14 here just wants to know, when does the lines intersect? And it gives us these 2 lines in tables. So when 2 lines intersect, we know that they have the same point in common. So if we look at the table, we'll notice that the 2 points they have in common are 0, 2 and 0, 2. All the other points are going to be different. That one's different, those are different, those are different, and those are different. So since those are the only 2 that are in common, that means that these 2 lines cross. Wrong one. Sorry. Let's switch it. See, I got ahead of myself. There we go. Switch back to our new pen. Now I need to pick the right one. So 0, 2, not 2, 0. There we go. So D would be the correct answer for that one. So easy question on 14. Don't make that mistake I did. Alright? Make sure you pick the correct ones. Looking at number 17, this is a good word problem. You just have to set it up. It says that a bag of chips is $1.25, so that means C is going to be associated with 125. A bottle of water, right? A bottle of water, we'll call that B, is going to be $1, so that means $1 is going to be associated with B. And it says Julia has $20 to spend, so she can't spend more than $20, right? And she needs to buy 9 bags of chips. So that tells me that bags of chips is going to be 9, so that means C is actually going to be 9. So that means that $1.25, that's our chips. It's going to be 9 bags of chips, plus $1 for the water, but we don't know how many bottles yet, so we'll call that B. And that, whatever that is, however much that ends up being, it has to be less than or equal to $20 for her to be able to purchase it. So looking at this, we can see that those both don't have 9s beside it, so we can eliminate those 2 answers. And then looking at these 2, it looks like it's got the 9s, everything's set up right, except for the sign. So here it has to be a less than sign, so B would be the correct answer. So a pretty easy question with number 17. Just be able to identify the important information and then set it up. That's all it is, setting up. Alright, 15. 15 is another easy question. It says, which system has no solutions? So no solutions. Alright, crazy there. Is it not got my link in? There we go. Drawn down. Yep. Alright, so that's easy. See, right? No solution. Because does the two lines intersect? No, so that's no solution. When the lines intersect, that's going to be one solution, right? So that doesn't work for A. B has infinite solutions because if you notice, you got one line, two lines. And you can tell by the arrows, right? So when you have two lines on top of each other, that's infinite solutions, so that doesn't work. And once again, D is the one solution. So if you notice, they cross in one place, so D doesn't work. So an easy question there. No solution is whenever the lines are parallel. Make sure you know all your different types of lines there, though. Number 18, Ms. Rodriguez shows her students how to solve the following system, and then she found the solution to be -1, -3. What does this mean? Well, -1, -3 means that is the solution, so that's where the two lines intersect. That's easy. Piece of cake. Notice, why is -1? No, that doesn't work because x, comma y, right? So x is actually -1. That's why B doesn't work for us there. C doesn't work for us because it says -1, -3 is a solution of many, right? No, these are two completely different lines. And when we have two completely different lines, that means they're going to intersect in one spot. So it can't be many solutions. The only way you can have many solutions is if it's the exact same one. So that doesn't work. And then D, I don't even know what D is talking about. This stuff doesn't make sense. So D is definitely not an answer choice. So just pay attention and pick the answer that makes sense to you. Like I said, that should be an easy question for you tomorrow. Alright, looking at our last slide here, we'll go ahead and click on to the next one. This is going to be your constructed response questions. Now, keep in mind, this is a 2-day test, but you'll have access to all questions tomorrow, and it'll be taken on Edulastic. For those of you who do not know that, that's a nice little bonus for watching the video. So, tomorrow it will be a computer test, so make sure you are ready for that. Looking at number 19, it says, the plant continues to grow at a constant rate daily. Write an equation that represents h of n, the height of the plant on the nth day. Anytime I see this word nth, I start thinking explicit formula. So explicit formula is a sub n, and this will be on your formula sheet, equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times, I keep making little mistakes. You're killing me. I'm going to use a little eraser for that one. Alright, going back to it. N minus, there we go. N minus 1 times common difference, which is D. And I know the formula doesn't put parentheses around the D. Some of your teachers may have showed you to put the D in front of n minus 1. I like to leave it on the end just because that's how the formula is written. But I put parentheses around it so my students know to multiply it. So, looking at this, I just need this little bit of information. So, a sub n is going to be equal to the first term. Well, the first term is going to be 1.5. So, I'll put in 1.5 plus n minus 1 times the common difference. Now, the common difference, that's increasing by 2 each time, so that would be 2. So 2 times n, that's going to be 1.5 plus 2 times n is 2n. And then 2 times -1 will be -2. So to simplify this and get our answer, we would just combine the 1.5 and the -2. And when we do that, we get an answer of a sub n equals 2n. And then that would be 1.5 minus 2. Which is going to be -0.5. So there's our solution for A. B just says to find the height of the plant after the 50th day. Well, you'll have a calculator on this part. So all I would do is just take 2n and change n to 50, and then do minus 0.5. So that's easy. 2 times 50 we know is going to be 100, and 100 minus 0.5, that's easy math. That's going to be 99.5. Good job. No, I'm just kidding. That's a radio station and wrong. Alright, but yes, 99.5. That's going to be our answer for part B. So just make sure you know how to work that problem in case it was to come up, because it will be on your test. I guarantee it. Very similar to that anyway. So know how to set up the formula. Alright, looking at number 20. 20 is the easiest one out of these three. I would say number 19 is probably the second easiest one. I don't know, 21 is pretty good too. But looking at number 20, it says, name one ordered pair solution and explain why it's a solution. Well, you just got a straight line, so that means the solutions are on the line. So you can pick anything. You could pick this point, 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 you could have picked this point, you could have picked that point. Any of those points would have been satisfactory here, alright? So I'm just going to pick one of them, doesn't matter which one. Let's do -3, -4. So -3, -4 would be a solution. And why is it a solution? Because it's on the line. Alright? It's on the line. B part, name an ordered pair that is not a solution. Well, you can pick anything here. I always pick 0, 0 if it's not on the line, which here it's not. So 0, 0 would be an easy one. But you can pick anything, all right? Any of these that I'm putting dots on right now would be examples of answers for not a solution. If it's not on the line, it's not a solution. So here, I use 0, 0. So that would be 0, 0, and the reason that is not a solution is because it's not on the line. That's an easy question. Everybody should get that one tomorrow. So like I said, solution on the line, not solution, not on the line. All right, last question is number 21. And 21 wants us to list all the characteristics. Now, the only characteristic you won't have to list here is going to be the interval of positive and negative. You won't have to list that one tomorrow, so you can go ahead and take it off. Interval of positive, interval of negative. Not doing that one. But domain. Domain is going to be whenever we look from left to right, how wide a graph can get. Since it has arrows on the ends, I'm going to say it's going to get infinitely wide. So that's going to be negative infinity to positive infinity. Range is going to be how high it can get, how high and low. So here we've got, once again, arrows on the ends. So those arrows mean that we're going to be infinitely long, right? So that's negative infinity to positive infinity. X-intercept, that's where it crosses the x-axis. Here's the x-axis, it runs across this way. So it crosses right there on the green dot, which is at -9, so that would be -9, 0. For the y-intercept, crosses the y-axis, that's going to be right here at -6, so that would be 0, -6. Make sure you know how to write your points. Interval of increase, well, this line is definitely not increasing, it's decreasing, so interval of increase would be none. And since the line is decreasing, it always decreases. So interval of decrease is going to be the same as the domain, because it's always decreasing. So that would be from negative infinity to positive infinity. Interval of positive and negative, we said we would hold off on. Don't worry about those two. Those are two things we did not talk about because we chose to worry about the others. Rate of change, minimum and maximum. All right, rate of change, that's pretty easy. Rate of change, you just have to look at the slope. So here we're going to rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we're going to run to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would be up 6, which is positive. Left 9, which is negative, so that would be 6 over -9, which reduces down to -2/3. Right? We can reduce that down. So down here for the rate of change, you want to make sure you put a -2/3. All right, we're going to scroll down. Remember what our graph looks like. If you need to, you can look onto your paper. I kind of got a good memory of it. So looking at our graph, we know that that's a term 3. To look at our maximum value. The maximum value here has an arrow on the end of it, so it's going to go all the way up to infinity. But we don't say that the answer is infinity. That's not the correct answer here. The answer would actually be no max. So remember, when it has an arrow on the end, it goes to no max. Same thing with the minimum. It's going down to negative infinity, which is, once again, not the answer. It is actually no minimum. So make sure you put no minimum or no maximum if it has arrows on the ends. And then in behavior, as it approaches the right, we know this is decreasing, so as it goes to the right, the line's going down. So that's going to be down to negative infinity. And then as we go to the left, so going the other way, it's going up. So to the left would be positive infinity. So that's how we would fill in our new behavior. Pretty easy test. I think this is very, very similar to what you're going to see on the test. So don't freak out. Don't worry about it. Just study this information and make sure you go over your reviews. And if you do that, it should be a piece of cake on the test. Don't get all wound up and think you're going to fail. I think people make the mistake of saying, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail. And then they fail because they really believe they were going to fail. Have some confidence in yourself, guys. You are going to do well on this test. I've taught you everything I know. If you've been listening, you've been doing your work, you should be fine. So don't worry about pass or fail. Just do the best you can, and I know you'll be successful, okay? All right, guys, make sure you study. Good luck tomorrow. Happy Halloween. Don't stay out too late or anything trick-or-treating. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.